Hello guys, how are you? I'm good. My name is Untitled Chapter for those of you who do not know me, and for the returners, welcome back to the channel, you guys. To the new subscribers, Nganbona guys, and thank you so much for choosing to stay. So today I will be talking about something that could be quite realistic for some people, especially because of the whole coronavirus and the effects that it has had on our economy. So today I will be talking downgrading, when, why, and how to downgrade. So for those of you who are still interested, please do keep watching. Okay, so I do have a few pointers that I have written down on when and why. So that is one group, when and why one should downgrade, and then the other one is tips on how you could possibly downgrade. Because honestly, for some people, downgrading is something new because they've honestly never experienced being without enough money, so they don't know what it is. Yeah, so I do have a few pointers that I'll be reading out, and some I will explain, but some are pretty much obvious, so there is absolutely no need to do that. Okay, so the first reason why you could possibly downgrade is because you are in debt, and debt is starting to drown you. That is causing you depression, stress. You feel like you are not able to manage it, then of course you need to downgrade. The second reason why you could possibly need to downgrade is because you have lost a source of income. This could be because let's say where there was two breadwinners in the house, there is now one. Or if you had a side hustle that was helping sustain your lifestyle, it could happen that you've lost it, or you've lost your main job and you are now only keeping to your side hustle. But there was a source of income that was helping to sustain your current lifestyle, but then that income suddenly goes off. That does mean that you need to downgrade. There is no other option. You have to downgrade. Okay, yeah. Another reason why you could possibly downgrade is because you are planning for an event. This could be a party, or one of those many ceremonies that we have before we get married as South Africans. Especially, I know Zulu people have quite a lot of imicimbi before the big wedding. So if you're going to have an event, be it a wedding, graduation party, whatever event that you have planned and you are trying to save towards, then you should downgrade. Let a few things slide for now while you are planning for that event, and once you are done with that, you can go back to your lifestyle. Another reason why you could need to downgrade is because you are planning to go into big debt. Okay, so big debts can be things like buying a new home or purchasing a car. Now we've seen, okay, let me say I have seen a lot of financial people advising that before you choose to buy a house, save the amount of money that you would need on that house for at least 12 months, just so you are sure that you are able to afford it and that it will not become debt that is drowning you. So if you are planning to buy a car and you are trying to save towards that, because it will bring a change in your lifestyle, because it's big debt. You will not be paying monthly installments of like 500 rand. It will probably be in the 4,000, 6,000. So when you're about to go into big debt, downgrade your life, save up that money that you will possibly need for that point in your life where you get into the big debt, and then just live and see how you will survive when that big purchase finally comes through. because you will need to, you know, change a few things here and there. Of course you'll need to. So another reason why you could be downgrading is because you are starting a business and you sort of want to stabilize your business until you're sure that it is now sustainable. It can make you enough money for you to start you know, indulging from the business. If you want to stabilize the business and just make sure that it is solid and that it can stand on its own during that period, whatever is coming in from the business, you are not using up. You are sort of taking it back into the business as an investment so that your business grows and it is, as I said, you know, able to stand for itself. So during those few months or few years, you can live you know, like a pope. You can live like a pauper so that you enjoy your glory when the time is finally right for you to do so. Another reason why you could possibly downgrade is because you are having or about to have a newborn baby. So newborns do bring, you know, certain expenses, and it is not small expenses. You've got an additional person in your medical aid, there's nappies, there's milk. You are probably going to need a full-time nanny if you didn't have one. So those are additional expenses that now require money that you hadn't budgeted for before. So now you need to sort of find this money within your usual income, and because of that you can need to downgrade. Okay, of course there are quite a lot of reasons why people could need to downgrade, but the last one that I have listed on my list is when you are building a house. Now we always talk of black tax and the effects of black tax. So a lot of people these days are choosing to build their houses because you know, they think it's much cheaper. In fact, it is much cheaper depending on where you're building, or you might need to be building for your family back at home. You don't want to start your life and leave them you know, back at home living in a house that is not of standard of your standard or of their standard. So you need, you know, to build something. And so during those few months or years when you are taking up that project, you need to downgrade. Yeah, you just have to do it because building does require a lot of money, and I always hear people complaining about the roof, but apparently it does, you know, it costs a lot. I've never built a house in my life, I wouldn't know, but I've heard a lot of people saying, you know. Yeah, so that's the last thing that I have in terms of why and when one should downgrade. Okay, so the second segment of the video is about how one could downgrade, because as I said before, for some people downgrading is a new thing. They've never had, you know, to live you know, life that, you know, is not as they desire before, because, you know, they've just never been without money, or without the amount of money that they need. So I've written a few pointers on, you know, how you can downgrade. So yeah, the first way in which you can downgrade is by moving to a cheaper place. So this then reduces your rent. It could also reduce the amount of furniture that you need in the house, so you can sell some of your furniture and then, you know, get even more money. And then in the course of, you know, the next few months to come, you have money that is freed up that you would have used you know, for rent, and then that money can go into the other things that now require money. Another thing you can do when downgrading is to let go of your car. Cars do take up a lot of money, guys, we cannot deny that. I mean, it's the installment, which could be like 4,500 rand, plus insurance 1,000 rand, car tracker, car wash, petrol. So it does take up around 7 to 10,000 depending on the car that you have. So imagine if you let go of the car and start using taxis and e-hailing services. You know, you could save up a lot. I honestly think, you know, a car is a necessity, but should you know, things hit the fan, it's one of the things that just need to go. They just need to go. It also depends on the work that you do, you know, for a living, and where is the office, a lot of factors. But if you can let it go, honestly, just let it go. Another way in which you can downgrade is to stop eating out or reduce eating out. So if you've been eating out for once a week, maybe it's time to consider going there once a month, or reduce you know, the amount of money that you spend at a time. So if you go out for 1,000 rand a time, try and challenge yourself with your partner or your kids to spend half of the money. You know, there are still things that you can do. I mean, you should watch the 50 rand dates challenge. A lot of couples actually discovered that you can actually do it. So yeah, you should reduce the number of times that you go out, the amount of money that you spend, or just don't go out at all. You stay at home, you eat suputula konamasi, nobody knows what you had for lunch, you survive, you wake up in the morning, you shower, you go to work, and nobody knows your business. Another thing that you can do, for the ladies especially, you can cut your hair. Just go short. Because honestly, doing your hair does take up a lot of money. I mean, I am not a person who likes doing my hair, but I do spend around 350, 400 rand a month on my hair, which honestly is money that I could be using on other important things. So if I decide to cut my hair, I only have to cut my hair for like once a month for 30 rands. I come back home, I wash my hair, it's fine, and then I can use the rest of the money, the 350 rand, for something else that is much more important, or to reduce debt. So yeah, you can just either do your hair from home, ask cousins or sisters or whoever is near you for free or in exchange of something else, or you can just cut your hair. Just cut your hair, let it go. You'll start growing your hair when things get better, but in the meantime, just let it go. Okay, you can also stop doing your nails. Nails are a luxury, you don't have to do them. So for that purpose that you are downgrading for, in the meantime, just, you know, don't do your nails, and you can save on that 200 rand, 400 rand, 500 rand that people use on their nails, which I find so ridiculous. Another thing that you can do is to go slow on Woolies. Okay, Woolies is for the established and not for people who are trying to downgrade their lives. Okay, so you can go slow on Woolies. You can see them when you are good again. So yeah, just humble yourself and stay away from Woolies food. How about that? Okay, so this goes, you know, it's almost the same as the one that I've said before, but with this one, it is letting go of bigger brands for smaller ones. I mean, this is coming from someone who is very brand conscious when it comes to food. I am very finicky about brands when it comes to food. But should, you know, things not go well, I know exactly what I am taking for my alternatives. For example, you know, we are all Cool Beans fans. I feel like they just the one people that get it, they get it. It works with them, okay? But I know there's pots or gold or what if things don't go well, so yeah, there's things like that. Drop bigger brands for smaller brands in the meantime, and then yeah, when you're good, you'll go back to your cool. Another thing that you can do is to make lunch at home. You'd be really surprised how many people spend a lot of money on lunch at work, and that 50 rand a day accumulates, guys, and it's quite a lot of money at the end of the month. So you'd rather just make lunch from home, and take it to work, eat that, come back, eat from home. You'll be okay. I promise you will not die. In fact, you will just reduce your stress because you will be able to handle your finances much better. So try making lunch from home and ditch buying lunch at work. Another thing you can do is to buy clothes seasonally. I know for me right now, because I currently do not need to downgrade, okay? So I buy clothes almost every month. I buy clothes spontaneously. I just decide I really like this and I take it. So if you're in the downgrading phase of your life, just buy clothes seasonally. So you buy summer clothes when we are about to go into winter, and you buy winter clothes when we are about to go into summer, and you buy in bulk, and you just you live with that until you are financially okay to do even better. Another thing you can do is to buy your groceries in bulk. We all know that buying small means paying much more if you take the volume into account. So for example, if you buy 2.5 kg of mealie meal, it is around 38-40 rands. But if you buy 10 kg of mealie meal, it's about 80 rands. So you can do the math. So if you're in the phase of downgrading, just buy your groceries in bulk. It will go a long way, and yeah, you will basically have more for longer, and you would have saved on some money. So yes, substitute the smaller items for bigger items. Okay, so of course there are a lot of things or methods that one can use when downgrading, but my last one that I have written for the purpose of this video is to reduce the items that you use on skincare. So your skincare routine, can afford to lose an item or two. There's honestly no need for day cream, night cream and serums and masks if you're downgrading. If you're downgrading, you can just do the cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer or a day cream. Nothing more. Just leave all the fancy stuff for when things finally pick up again, which brings me to my conclusion. So guys, I feel like downgrading is easier if you know that one day you will get out of it. So just just have a positive attitude towards it. Tell yourself it will not last forever. I've managed to live a nice life before. It will probably come again. I just have to put in the work and maybe have some luck here and there. Keep praying, keep putting in the effort while in downgrading mode, and eventually things will bloom. Things will happen for you. You will get out of that hole, and things will start looking up again. So keep a positive mind if you've had to downgrade, or you are currently in a space where you feel like you really need to downgrade. But have hope and work hard to get out of that place where you say, I have to lose a few things, and then one day you will eventually get back to the big things. You will start thriving again. You will be the best version of yourself. You can indulge in all the woolies that you want. You can buy tens and thousands of cool beans. There's a lot you can do when things finally pick up. But in the meantime, just teach yourself that I just have to do it for now. But once things are okay, then I'll start living my best life again. Okay, so that's about it for today, you guys. Please do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe. You can even add other methods of downgrading in the comment section. Whatever you want to say, you are more than welcome. So yeah, that's about it, you guys. I love you for watching, and thank you so much for those of you who have watched up until this far. I really appreciate it. Bye.